Hello everyone, it's that college football guy here with another video. Well, it's time for the prediction show for all the games on Saturday. That's all the top 25 games plus the subscriber games that we're going to get into here. But first and foremost, let's get this out the way. Everyone please help hit the thumbs up button. Helps with the video, helps the algorithm, helps it to be seen by more people. Comment in the video, love talking to everybody, good and bad. And subscribe to the channel, alright? We just crashed 200, see if we can get on our way to 300. Now, let's get into it. Alright, all these times are going to be Eastern Standard Time, okay? So 12 p.m. Eastern, we got 5-6 Georgia Tech at 11-0 Georgia. Georgia is a 36-point home favorite. Georgia Tech if Georgia Tech beats Georgia in this one, this is the biggest upset of the college football season, okay? Because this is a big point spread. Georgia Tech wins this game to get bowl eligible. No, they're not. Georgia's winning this game going to the SEC championship, but I don't think they're going to cover. I think they're going to pull some players early to save for injuries for the conference championship. So I'm picking Georgia to win, but not cover. That 36 points is a lot. 7-4 South Carolina at 10-1 Clemson. Clemson is a 14.5-point favorite. Could South Carolina pull off the upset? Well, after what they did against Tennessee, I can't rule anything out. And Clemson, if they decide to sleepwalk, thinking South Carolina is not a threat, they could be in serious trouble. So I would put this one on upset alert, but I'm going to pick Clemson to win this game, but that 14.5 points wouldn't surprise me if it's a touchdown or less. So I'm picking Clemson to win, but not cover. Subscriber game. We have 4-7 West Virginia at 7-4 Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's an 8-point home favorite. They're at home. Final game of the year. West Virginia is a mess, and Neil Brown needs to go bye-bye. Hopefully he will be in the offseason. And unfortunately, I think Oklahoma State's going to put West Virginia out of their misery. And honestly, I hate to say this for my West Virginia fans. I hope they get blown out because this would more than stick the final nail in Neil Brown's coffin. But I'm picking Oklahoma State to win and cover. Another subscriber game. 4-7 Rutgers at 6-5 Maryland. Maryland's a 14-point home favorite. To say, oh, the Rutgers down there. Maryland's kind of been trash. Like Maryland's played Wisconsin. They played Minnesota. They played, I believe, Minnesota as well. But I know they played Wisconsin. You got to play Penn State, Michigan State, Michigan, and Ohio State in the East. So, considering the schedule they've had, they've done pretty damn well. I mean, they're already bowl eligible, so there's nothing really for them to play for in this game except for pride. They're a 14-point home favorite, and I think they're going to win and cover that game. And then we got the big game of the early ones. Two battle of undefeateds, Michigan and Ohio State. Ohio State's a 7.5-point favorite because they don't expect Blake Corum to play. If Blake Corum does play, this could be a lot closer, and Ohio State's going to be on upset alert. But this would not be an upset by any stretch of the imagination if Michigan does win this, since they beat them last year. So I'm not calling it that big of an upset. If it did happen, I'm going to pick Ohio State to win this game, but with Blake Corum's injury, right now there is no injury update. I have nothing to report. If I get anything later on, I will. But as it stands right now, Blake's not playing, so we'll see what happens. I'm picking Ohio State to win. All right, 3 p.m. Eastern, we got the Governor's Cup. Louisville, 7-4 Louisville at 6-5 Kentucky. Neither team has anything to play for but pride. Better bowl positioning. Louisville's coming in. Kentucky's had a tough schedule. I'm picking Kentucky to win this game. They're only a 2-point favorite, but I'm picking them to win it at home. 3:30 Eastern, the Iron Bowl. How about another big upset potentially? 5-6 Auburn at 9-2 Alabama. Auburn wins this game, pulls off a big upset. They're bowl eligible. Cadillac Williams leads Auburn to bowl eligibility. Alabama's a 22.5-point favorite. I think Alabama's going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover. All right, subscriber game. We've got a battle of 6 and 5s. Memphis at SMU. This one is when the Sharks and I have a bit of a difference of opinion. SMU is at home, but their defense has been suspect as of late. They're a 4.5-point home favorite. Should be bigger, but they're not. The Sharks are saying they're going to win the game but not cover, and it might go to overtime. I'm picking Memphis for the outright upset. I'm going against the point spreads. They call it an upset, a mild one, but I'm picking Memphis to beat SMU. Another subscriber game. 7-4 Minnesota at 6-5 Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 3-point home favorite. Minnesota can run it down your throat. Ibrahim wants to try to do that final bit to prove the fact that he deserves to get into the Heisman Trophy conversation. And I'm picking with the Sharks. I'm picking Minnesota to beat Wisconsin. Oregon. 9-2 Oregon at 8-3 Oregon State. This is a big rivalry game and a lot on the line for Oregon. They're a 3.5-point road favorite, and if they win this game, they face USC for the Pac-12 championship. So they got a lot on the line, and I think that's going to be enough. It's going to be a battle. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this is even less than 3.5. I'm going to pick Oregon to beat Oregon State. 4 p.m. Eastern kickoff. We got 8-3 Utah at 1-10 Colorado. Utah's a 29.5-point favorite. This thing should be over by halftime, and Utah's going to win this going away easy. 5-6 Michigan State at 9-2 Penn State. Could Michigan State pull off the upset? I would not put it past them. But Penn State's kicking on all cylinders. They're an 18-point home favorite, and I expect them to win this game. I'm picking them to win this game. You have 4-7 Iowa State at 11-0 TCU, and TCU is only a 10-point home favorite. Why? Because they've kept every game close. So why wouldn't they do it in their final regular season game? Could Iowa State pull off the upset? I can't rule against Matt Campbell's teams because he's just too good of a coach. He can get it done if need be. Could he pull off the upset? Possibly, but I'm not seeing it happen. I'm picking TCU to win by that 10 points. I think it's going to be less based on what they've done in the past. I think it's going to be a field goal game again. All right, 6 p.m. Eastern. The Battle of the Skids. Subscriber game. 2-9 UNLV at 2-9 Nevada at 4-7 UNLV. I had UNLV going 5-7 in the year where I'm wearing UNLV red because I'm hoping UNLV gets the win. So at least I got the prediction right. Nevada's lost 9 straight games. UNLV's lost 6 straight. But there's 6 straight. You're playing Notre Dame. You're playing better teams. Your starting quarterback, starting running back were out for a lot of those games. And this is Nevada. This is a rivalry game for the Fremont Cannon. This is a big game for them. So UNLV is a 12.5-point home favorite, and I'm picking them to win this game. All right, 7 p.m. Eastern. We got LSU 9-2 at Texas A&M 4-7. Could Jimbo get canned? Not with that contract. I don't think so. But could screwier things happen? Yeah, of course they could. But then again, who knows? LSU is a 10-point home favorite, and I think they're going to win this one easily. And then in a more interesting game, 8-3 UCF travels to 1-10 USF. Now, I picked Cincinnati to actually win. Cincinnati to beat Houston for the American Conference Championship, I believe. I think it was Cincinnati over Houston. Cincinnati needs help to get in because they lost to Tulane. So that means USF would have to beat UCF for Cincinnati to get in the title game. Otherwise, it's 2 teams I didn't even predict. UCF is a 19.5-point favorite. UCF wins. They're in the title game. They're against Tulane. That's going to be their motivation. USF has got nothing to play for. UCF's going to win this game and win it easily. I've got the other piece of paper here. I have my other page and forgot to grab it while I'm doing stuff. Don't you just love life in the kitchen when you're making videos? That's the way it goes. All right, 7:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff. We got 8-3 Notre Dame at 10-1 USC. SC is a 5.5-point favorite. Notre Dame's coming in with their defense and offensively. Both teams are about even, but defensively, Notre Dame's a lot better. SC is a 5.5-point favorite. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than that. I'm not picking a Notre Dame upset, but I don't think SC is going to cover. I think this is on there. But could this be one? I would put this on upset alert because I think Notre Dame can beat SC. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if Notre Dame beat SC in this game. So I'm picking SC to win but not cover. Field goal game, maybe even overtime. Now we got another game. 9-2 Tennessee at 5-6 Vandy. Vandy has a chance to get bowl eligible. Hendon Hooker's out for the rest of the year. His Tennessee career is over. Joe Milton III, he gets his first start as the starter in the preview of next year's team, except I don't think a lot of the wide receivers are going to be there. They're a 14-point home favorite. Could Vandy pull off the upset? It would not surprise me in the least. I'm a Tennessee fan, but I can tell you right now, if Tennessee plays the way they played during South Carolina, Vandy could beat them. That's a crazy thing to say, but I think Vandy can beat them. But I'm picking Tennessee to win, but it would not surprise me. Oklahoma, their subscriber game. 6-5 Oklahoma at 6-5 Texas Tech. Even game here. Oklahoma is a 2.5-point favorite. Oklahoma's coming in here, and the fact is some of the players have been talking about the fact that they got this game already. They're talking about how they're going to play in the bowl game. You haven't played Texas Tech, and you're already talking about beating them. This is a bad sign, folks. And I'm looking at Texas Tech. They got a lot to play for. They want to shove it down Oklahoma's throat one last time. I'm picking Texas Tech to pull the mild upset against the point spread and get the win. 8 p.m. Eastern, we got 6-5 Kansas at 8-3 Kansas State. Kansas State's 11.5-point favorite. Kansas has been just a mess since the early part of the season, and I think that continues. I'm picking K-State to win the game and head on to the Big 12 title game. 9, yeah, I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern, 9:30. But anyway, Air Force 8-3 at 7-4 San Diego State. Air Force is actually 2.5-point favorite. The number one rushing offense in the country. San Diego State is one of the best rushing defenses in the country. They also can throw the ball thanks to their freshman quarterback. I'm picking San Diego State to pull off the upset. I'm going to agree with the Sharks on that one. Take that one. And then lastly, 10:30 Eastern, we have another top 25 matchup. 9-2 Washington at 7-4 Washington State. Washington's only a 2-point favorite. Washington State can pull the upset. This is my last upset alert game of the day. I think they could possibly pull it off, but I'm going to pick Washington to cover those 2-point spread. It's only favored by 2. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Let's see if we can get some more prediction videos done throughout the day. Let's see if we can get some other things done too. So last weekend of college football, last day in the regular season today. Well, actually, we still have more games coming up. The Buffalo game's going to get rescheduled too, but thanks everybody for watching the video. As always, please hit the thumbs up and hit a comment. Love interacting with everybody. Thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy your college football Saturday, and please be good to each other.